Big stuff from Pimax in VR, especially for sim racing. I've come to CES in Las Vegas. I'm here with Yap. We've spoken for years now when you're releasing crazy stuff. I've got here, I can tell this is Pimax.
Yeah.
So I've got like, almost feels like the Mercedes-Benz like thing now a little bit, but this is tiny. We've also got some optical engines for the Crystal Super. So I'm going to ask you stupid questions and hopefully you can answer them.
No stupid questions.
Okay, so should we start with Dream? Because I know that this has been a long time coming. A lot of people ask about it. It's finally here. People are trying it on behind. Firstly, what's going on? How is this so small? How are you able to get so small?
Pimax is, we've been using QLED panels with aspheric lenses for a while now. So that's in the Crystal Super. That's also why it's this size. QLED and aspheric lenses have a lot of benefits.
So the panel is bigger and the lenses are bigger?
The panel is much bigger.
Okay.
That's also why you can extract really wide FOV.
Yeah.
And we didn't like pancake lenses for a long time because we didn't think the clarity was high enough.
Yeah.
But technology is progressing. So here we have super tiny microLED panels.
Yep.
They still have 4K resolution per eye.
So it's 4K resolution in each eye.
Yeah. And then we have our latest pancake lenses. So they're concave. So they're like a hole in a hotel door. You have this looking hole. So it sort of extracts a wider
field of view. Does that mean your eyes kind of go closer as well or not?
Also, like your eyelashes won't easily touch the lens because it sort of caves in.
Yeah. They're less likely to, or they're...
Yeah, less likely.
Okay. So you can get a bit closer. Yeah. And that's crazy. There's a 4K panel.
Yeah, it's like there's like a big TV
behind each of them. Is it like square then? Is it?
Not exactly square, but rectangle.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And then so you're able to get with the pancake lenses and these OLED 4K panels, get it down, and then there's nothing really else.
There is still eye tracking. So we have here. You cannot see it, but 10 infrared lights in this ring and another 10 here. And then here we have a tiny eye tracking camera.
Okay.
That's 90 FPS. That will track your
eye. Are they the same components you have in the Crystal Super, or are they all or are they smaller or?
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a little bit more space, empty space here. But Crystal Super has the advantage that it's you get better audio with the DMAS. And it's modular, so you can also swap in a QLED.
Yeah.
But then this same optics are in the Dream Air.
So optically, these are the same?
Yeah.
Essentially?
Yeah, essentially the same.
Okay, wow. So already watching, you're going to know which one you prefer. Some people are going to like being able to swap.
If you already have the Super, you don't need to buy a completely new headset.
Yeah. You just swap in this optical engine.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I was surprised. I was worried this was going to be a real pain, I'll be honest, because swapping it in and firmware and like, is it going to recognize it? But it's basically just two clips here. You unclip it, you drop it out, you slot it in.
And it doesn't fall out.
It doesn't fall out, but also it was just ready to go. There was no like having to restart Pimax Play, I think it just kind of worked. So, okay, we'll come back onto Crystal Super because we have like a Dream Air headset here that you've connected. Also, we have a different is this called a gasket? I always call it a gasket, but I don't think it is.
Face mask.
Face mask, okay. Face mask to me sounds like you're going to the spa a little bit. So.
Yeah.
But this is a little bit...
We don't go to that spa.
Yeah, this is like a different style, basically, to have it much lighter, I would say.
Yeah, so we have two versions. This is the Lighthouse. So the Super is also more modular. You can swap on the Lighthouse faceplate. That modularity doesn't work.
It's a Lighthouse for the tracking. Okay.
If you want to use base stations.
Okay.
So that modularity doesn't work on such a small headset.
Yeah.
So we have a Lighthouse version.
With no cameras on it?
Yeah, no cameras.
Okay. And this one has the cameras on it?
This one has 4 cameras.
Yeah.
So
are they the same cameras as you get on the Crystal Super?
I'm not sure if they're exactly the same, but it works the same way.
But it's still inside-out tracking, basically. Okay, cool.
And then we have the audio connects with USB-C. So it's still a little bit a modular headset.
Yeah.
These just connect here.
So it's 2 USB-C on each side?
Yeah. And then it's audio here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And then we have the back strap.
Okay.
There will be more options later.
Yeah.
This all clicks in.
This is very different to the Crystals, with the top and everything.
The groove it's got for the wider seat.
Oh, a little groove on the clip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the clip goes in there.
And we chose a split cable also for the Dream Air.
Yeah.
Because we've seen with other light headsets, if you have cable on one side and you're moving, it will sort of pull the headset down. So we think this balance...
I'm very interested by this because I know what you mean. Like the cable comes over, what do I do with it? Especially if you're in a rig with like a bucket seat or something, there's not a lot of space. So here, this goes down my back basically, or?
I think it depends on the rig. Like some have the...
Well, like this guy here, I can't see the cable from this angle. So I guess it's...
You could pull it also through the hole in the seat.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that was a design choice. Okay, to have a split cable. Are there any other benefits having a split cable? Have you distributed like...
one is for a display port.
Okay.
And then the other one is for tracking information.
Okay.
And then we have another USB-C here for accessories.
Okay.
And in future, if third-party straps or our own Halo strap.
That's where a strap may attach to.
Yeah, like a Halo strap, you could make it hover in front of your face.
Yeah.
We still want to have some modularity also.
Okay. But it's just, I mean, this is like crazy light basically. We know we have the crystal light. That's about weight. That's not really about size, right? It's still the same size as the crystal. This feels like just a lot lighter. But optically, I tried it here for the first time, so it's just my first impressions. Optically, to me, it seems basically the same as the Crystal Super OLED, which is kind of crazy. But now I understand why, because you're saying that with the pancake lenses and how small the OLED screens are, then it's just the same optically. Yeah. We've got cooling vents here?
Yeah, 2 cooling vents. So we didn't try to make the lightest headset as possible. It's still super small, but there are 2 fans in here, one for each panel.
Are you saying you could have tried to make it lighter and not have fans?
There are other headsets out there that have like 1 fan in the middle, but that compromises a little bit on heat. It's all compromised, but we
Okay. And then what we talk in terms of shipping. So I get so many comments in my videos about shipping, people placing orders, wanting to know when it's coming. So what's the status on like orders and shipping for the Dream Air?
We start this month.
Okay.
We've already shipped out like external beta testers, so those are real customers. But we might still tweak the facial interface
before you send it out to everyone else.
We already shipped out some, and then we'll ship it after. Same with the strap.
Yeah.
This is not the final one.
So will you send them another strap, or you're waiting to?
I'll just send this one.
Okay.
And we don't want to make it a showstopper.
Okay.
So we'll send the final one after.
So they'll get if there is a new strap, they'll get a new strap.
Yeah, because it clicks off quite easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So that's pretty crazy. A lot of people have been saying for years on my channel, Pimax headsets are just too big. Well.
Yeah, that's also interesting. They didn't say that. So many users didn't say that like 5 years ago. Yeah. It was sort of accepted, but now technology advances, and I think for sims it's still fine to have a big headset. It's still light. The weight is more important than size, but and also in sim racing you're not moving your head so wildly. Yeah. But the size is coming down.
So can I just say practically, like when it comes to store this, can I unclip these quite easily? Can we do that now?
I hope so.
Let's see.
Yeah,
okay.
There we go.
Putting you on the test.
Yeah, it's like there's like a little pin that needs to click. Yeah, there
so we can unclip these fairly easily, and now that's just that. Like if I can hold it. Yeah. That is very neatly to put away somewhere, right?
Yeah, you can even. We basically in our luggage, we had like the small suitcases. Yeah. I don't know. I think we put like 10 of them
so
in.
Can I get a case for that? I'm not sure you're selling one, but can I get a case? I can like a glasses case, so there's no dust, and then it just sits in there and like. Yeah. Okay, so there we go.
This is the main part of that.
Because then if I want to store my crystal, it's a bigger thing to physically like store or hang or something. Yeah. So I find that quite interesting. Yeah. Especially as we're seeing more like also XR like glasses technically at CES. I think like you said, people are expecting like these really small form factor stuff. It's going to be contact lenses soon, right? We'll have it. Yeah. Should we talk about Optical Engines?
Sure.
Because just before I flew out here to Las Vegas, I did a test of original 50, 57, ultra wide, and OLEDs. Yeah. I think there's a lot of personal preference here. Yeah. I really like the 57 from a sim racing perspective. A lot of people tell me like, why? Why don't you just like the ultra wide or the OLED? So maybe that's my personal preference. What's your personal preference? And also, what are you seeing in terms of like these choices?
For me, it's like 2, the ultra-wide or the micro-OLED. Yeah. The ultra-wide, you get such a big FOV and the brightness from the QLED panels. Yeah.
And ultra wide, you get
and also the aspheric lenses, because in a pancake, because this distance is so much smaller, the light needs to reflect inside the lens, so you lose a lot of brightness.
Oh, okay.
It's all compromises.
Yeah.
But you do get really good edge clarity and
in the pancake.
yeah, and this small form factor.
Yeah.
But then the aspheric lenses, to just single element, they're much brighter, and then it's also easier because those panels are much bigger.
So the ultra wide can be very bright because it's using these aspheric lenses.
Yeah, and the QLED panels of the ultra wide are much bigger, so
Yeah.
you can extract a bigger FOV out of them.
Yeah. Which one are you seeing is most popular? Or is it hard to say? Well, you must know which ones are more popular.
The ultra wide came out summer
Yeah.
last year, and then now the
OLEDs.
microLED is
Yeah.
start shipping.
Yeah.
A lot of people also wait until we start shipping, and people,
See user feedback and stuff.
media or content creators
Yeah.
like you,
Yeah.
but also real users can
Yeah.
give their feedback. So then that will pick up.
So do you anticipate in 2026, it's a lot of Pimax is about Crystal Super, Optical Engines, and people are going to be chatting about which one they like, and you're
Yeah.
going to see all that real, like, because I review it, you send me, people often say like, oh, do Pimax send you special units? As far as I know, I don't get special units, but
I know, and we never say you must
yeah,
say
no,
this.
Pimax never say you got to say this or that, by the way. So I just enjoy VR. But also on the forums, you're going to get people who are trying it in different use cases. They bought it through different purchases and whatever, and they're just going to tell you what they like and enjoy, and what
Yeah.
they don't like and don't enjoy, and that's all going to be out there. So I
Yeah.
find that quite exciting that one product, a Crystal Super, now has these branches of like fans in different areas.
Yeah.
Like there's something quite exciting about that, and that's what
Yeah.
you get with modularity.
Yeah.
So, anything else? Yeah, well, we're here at CES. There's obviously loads of big tech being announced. 2026 of Pimax, is that kind of what we're going to expect? Dream Air's rolling out,
The
and
Dream
Optical
Air and the
Engines.
Dream Air SE.
Okay,
so
which
this is the Dream Air is like the big brother, 4K per eye,
Yeah.
and then the Dream Air SE is lower resolution and
Yeah.
lower cost.
What pricing?
900.
Okay.
Starting from 900.
Yeah. 900, so under $1,000.
Yeah.
Is there any subscription there, like the Pimax Play stuff, or?
We're now offering like full payment or prime payment.
Okay.
So, but I do want to make clear, it's like it's a split payment. It's not real subscription like you're tied. It's not like iRacing.
I know. I found it difficult to explain. I didn't fully understand
It's
it.
like
I know.
a split payment.
Yeah.
It's better.
Okay,
You still
but-
pay the same.
But you can do upfront, or you can do split.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can also do upfront and then everything. Yeah.
So we're going to see basically 3 headsets from Pimax selling in, well,
I will continue selling, of course, the
So-
QLED
yeah,
Crystal Supers and Crystal Light.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And
I also still really like the Crystal Light.
and the original Crystal, is that now like you just kind of, you're better off getting the Crystal Light? I know there's some things in the Crystal Light that, so some things in the Crystal that aren't in the Crystal Light.
The wireless streaming is coming. We'll do a rerun of the original Crystal.
Okay. Oh,
It still has the Crystal Light doesn't have
so
eye
you would do
tracking.
another manufacturing run of
Yeah.
it? Okay, cool.
Crystal Light doesn't have eye tracking.
Yeah.
The Super and Dream Air do.
Yeah.
And the original Crystal also.
Okay, so we're going to see, let me rephrase that. We're going to see original crystals with a new manufacturing run, Crystal Lights, Crystal Supers now with 4 different optical engines,
Yeah.
Dream Air with a 4K, and also Dream Air SE for $900.
Yeah. But I would also say they're not all different headsets.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Dream Air and Dream Air SE, they share all the core technology.
Yeah,
Even a lot of core technology reused in the Super with this one, like the image processing, and then the Super with those optical engines is also not completely different
yeah.
headset.
Okay, but basically there's a lot going on. It's going to be hard to keep track on, so I'll do my best throughout the year to keep trying them in
Yeah, I
sim
do
racing.
understand that it's quite confusing.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of you need to read into it a little
It's
bit.
not like an iPhone where you have like
Also, those are confusing
iPhones.
because you have like I don't know which number are we now. You have Pro Max. Do you have Pro Max or do you have
I have a
the Air?
13. That's a 13, so I'm a
They
bit
have an
behind.
Air. So
yeah.
we're also in
Okay.
the Air now.
So let me know what you think in the comments. There's a lot going on. Any questions? I'm sure Pimax will see it as well. I'm excited to keep trying out these headsets in 2026 and do more sim racing in VR. I keep saying, is this going to be like the year like it really kind of like comes in? We always talk about like VR versus screens.
Yeah.
Does it make you faster? comfort is a big part of that, because even if you think it's faster, well, maybe there's a comfort compromise, so the more comfortable it becomes. So many topics to discuss. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.